Hello, it's me. I'm Pixel, and up here there's someone else. Speak.
Someone who wants to eat these antlers,
No,
these
no,
antennas.
no. Have you been tested for? Have you been tested for
um.
rabies? Did you get your vaccines or something?
If I said yes, would you believe me?
No, not even for a second. Not even for like half a second. Hi, Mike.
Not even
Hi,
for
Mikhail.
an hour a second.
Really? Really? Don't laugh! Don't laugh! What the heck? Okay, so, bad jokes aside, we are here and we're playing Umineko.
Yay!
I would say, you would say, and say antenna looks. Listen, okay, they are made of metal. I don't know. They're not. I don't know what you find biteable, okay? Is it because they're bouncy or something?
Yeah, exactly.
What the heck? What the? What do you think? Hey, what do you think they're made? Like out of gummy? I don't know. They're not gummy worms or anything.
Hmm.
Why?
I'll refrain from eating them.
Why do you look disappointed now? What the heck? Listen, without those things up there, I cannot hear. Okay?
Oh, wait, but you have two pair of ears.
Those are fake.
The human ones.
Yes, the human ones are fake, of course. Listen, how do you think I hear when I swap the head? Okay?
Ah, so this guy.
Eh? There's no ears here. And that looks like lollipop, metallic lollipops. Could be. I don't know. I don't know.
New piece of lore acquired. Pixels human ears are fake.
Yes, no, it's not new. I've said that since like a long time. The human ears are the fake ones, and of course, yes. And
Of course.
the antenna works both for nose and ear. They're general receptors.
Mm.
Yes. So
そうですね。
yes. So
そうですね。はい。
yes. By the way, last time there was this happening. Lore. Yes, lore. The
I feel
lore.
horrible by laughing, but basically this is what happened. It's just been an hour and something of Maria. Wait, Rosa slapping Maria.
Okay, no, listen. Now, I know it's a bad joke, but it came to my mind. 1 hour of music to slap Maria to with rains in the background. And the video.
Rosa's favorite playlist.
And the video is just 1 hour of Rosa slapping Maria in the garden.
You know that there's exactly that scene in the anime, right?
Yes, I
the
can.
Close shot of Rosa's keeping
Yes,
Maria's
and I'm imagining
collar and then go.
what I'm thinking about. It's a gif of that in loop for 1 hour.
Goodbye.
With rain sounds in the background and then the music over it, and every now and then you hear the slap.
1 hour of Umineko music occasionally interrupted by Maria slapping.
By Maria getting slapped, yeah. I mean, by Maria getting slapped and Kinzo screaming Beatrice.
Beatrice, yes. We should also add Kumasawa's laugh.
Also, yes. Okay. Guys, if you want to make a successful video, take notes. Do this.
And the success of the video is just going to be us just
it's just
playing
gonna
it on
be
loop.
it's gonna be me, Ofi, and whoever did the video playing it on loop for so much that it's gonna get monetized because of that. Pixelatrice.
Pixelatrice.
So it would be Ofiturice.
Ofiturice.
Ofiturice. Could be. Could work. Maybe.
Maybe Beatrice was me all along.
Oh no.
Oh no.
By the way, let's start.
We should.
We should start. We should start.
We should start.
Offiaturice, maybe. Could be. Okay. Oh yes. After the slap, we enter the house, the guest house, and then we don't know what's gonna happen. Office said shit's about to get down, so I don't know. Should I be worried?
Get down.
Of course. That's the only right reaction to when you say get down.
Yes.
A new ticker? Ticker? Oh, news sticker. Okay. Popped up on top of the TV program we were watching. The disaster report told how municipalities all over were continually sending out rain, flood, and wave warnings. Of course, the raindrop beating harshly on the window were even more convincing. Oh, guys, if there's problems with audio, please say hell.
Yay.
そりゃ雨ぜ。台風の速度が遅いそうだから、下手すりゃ明日も丸一日こんな調子らしいぜ。ちょっとの天気でも船は欠航するもんだしよ。
やっぱり日曜日のうちには引き上げられないか。
Oh, so they're gonna stay longer if it's like that, longer than they're supposed to be.
念のため月曜日に外部とのスケジュールを入れなくて正解だったよ。
The game audio is a little bit low. That we can fix that. That's not a problem. That's like a very easy fix.
Of course, George is prepared for everything.
George is like he read the script before the game. Sometimes he read the script for the game before that even happened. Okay, it should be a little bit higher, just a pixel bit higher. So just tell me. Don't laugh. You know I have to say that every time.
No. I like it. I expect it, so it's even funnier when that happens.
Of course.
月曜の学校はサボれそうだな。
The two different sides of the same medal. One saying, "Oh, shoot."
No. This is the factory meme. Oh, what the heck? Why is that a circle? Oh, well, guess we're doing circle. Same.
Yeah.
See, that's the meme. Now perfect. Good.
島生活ってのも悪くないもんだぜ。そういや、ジェシカは登校って毎日船で通ってるわけだろ？
Oh, that must be annoying.
船が欠航したら学校はどうなるんだ？カメハメハ大王並みに雨が降ったらお休みで。
Okay, I was like, wait, why did you say Kamehameha? Okay, then and then it's the word actually appeared later, so I was like, what?
Yeah.
船が出なきゃ休みになるぜ。もっともそう甘くはねえけどな。大抵その代わりに自習が指示されて、後でかっちりと見られるから、そうそう気楽でもねえさ。
例えば、梅雨なんかの長く天気が崩れる時期だと、数日間くらい登校できないこともあるんじゃねえのか？
そういうこともあるぜ。でも毎日きっちり担任から電話がかかってきて、 どう自習しろ、何を提出しろと酸っぱく指導されるけどな。
I mean, they know it's not our
バト
fault
ラ君が
either,
考
so.
えてるほど
Yeah, it makes
簡
sense.
単にはサボれないよ。船で通う人たちのルールに従ってしっかり勉強をしているよ。
George has always been
actually-
the voice of reason.
Yeah, actually, that must be even worse because imagine studying and you cannot even follow the actual lesson. It's like
Yeah.
it would be like harder for you.
むしろ登校できた方が気楽だぜ。
Yeah, see.
自分の部屋じゃ気が散るし、集中もできねえしな。それでいて、問題集ばっかり数日もやらされてると、かなり精神的に応えるもんがあるぜ。大学の時にはよ、寮のあるところに入って、さっさとこんな不便な島はおさらばしたいもんだぜ。
へえ。じゃあよ、ちなみに行きは天気が良くても帰りは悪くて欠航ってなったらどうすんだ？
True. What?
学校に泊まるのか？
そういうのはよくあることだぜ。だから帰島できない人用の宿泊所があってよ、そこに寝泊まりするんだよ。下手すりゃ数日間家に帰れないこともあったりするぜ。
Oh man.
乗車率が 200% を超えるような満員電車で毎日通勤通学しなければならない人から見てみると、船の通学なんて趣があって良さそうだな。
Yeah, but
なんて
then
やっぱりいろいろと苦労があるんだね。
よく無神経な観光客がそういうこと言ってるぜ。私は島の生活なんてもうお腹いっぱいだね。早く高校出てこんな島とはおさらばしたいぜ。
高校にだって全寮制のところとかあったろうよ。なんでわざわざ新島の学校を選んだんだよ。
私は最初からそれを希望してたぜ。
I was gonna say probably she didn't choose that, but yeah, okay.
でもおふくろはよ、当主後継ぎとしての修行やらマナーやらがうんぬんってうるさくてよ、結局高校も地元になっちまったのさ。こんな島はごめんだぜ。早く都会で生活したいよ。雨が降ろうが槍が降ろうが、ラフな格好でサンダルを履けば5分足らずでコンビニに行けるような都会に引っ越したいぜ。
This I feel a lot because I live in the middle of nothing and I have to get the car for every single thing. This is like I really feel this mood. Yes.
もう少しの辛抱だよ。高校卒業まであとちょっとでしょ。
そのちょっとも我慢できねえ。
Like 6 months? They're
Oh.
in October.
Yeah. Because Japanese school finished during the in spring.
April.
April. Yeah. So yeah. Maybe it was a bad time slot because there weren't any interesting programs on. And we had nothing to do but languidly kill time until we were called for dinner. After that episode, Maria never returned to the cousin's room after all. Oh man. Aunt Rosa probably took her back to the mansion. It would be pretty boring for Maria, as all by herself while the adults had a confusing conversation. We thought we might as well head over to the mansion to see her, but the weather was really awful. And since there wasn't much time until dinner, we stayed where we were. At that time, we heard the sound of a humble knock. Jessica answered.
お食事の準備が整いました。お屋敷へお越しください。
It was Canon-kun's voice. Did he go all the trouble of coming from the mansion in this rain to get us? Couldn't he have just called us on the telephone? Well, I guess everyone's at work don't always get to take the most efficient route.
なんとなくお腹が空いてきた頃だったしね。行こうか。
Jack and Nikki turned off the television and stood up.
俺はとっくにペコペコ。
Again, two opposite reactions.
本家のバス
Peko
は
Peko
毎回凝っ
is
てる
one of
さ。
my favorite ways of saying
It's saying
this.
that, yes, I know. It's because it's like the growling of the stomach, right?
Yeah,
It's like
some
an onomatopoeia.
onomatopoeia. Yeah.
それにゴーダさん、子牛のステーキとか言ってなかったっけ？
He's been thinking about dinner since lunch.
親族会議の日は特に豪華になるしな。私だって楽しみだぜ。行こう行こ
Canon
Okay,
bowed silently
Canon.
and respectfully.
Always so composed.
じゃあ行こうぜ。
Yeah.
外の振りはだいぶひどいだろ
はい。お召し物を濡らさぬよう十分ご注意ください。
For setting the three of us out, Canon peered into the empty room.
マリア様はいらっしゃいませんか？
う。一緒じゃないぜ。ローザおばさんと一緒じゃないのかよ。
Oh no.
Hmm.
Oh no.
Hmm.
Oh no.
Hmm.
Oh. Also lying on the sofa in the empty parlor, having fallen asleep before she knew it. She was burning that the children couldn't even imagine. That's why she only needed to let her guard down a little, before the weariness immediately dragged her into the world of sleep. Realizing this, Genji, sorry.
Genji.
I always say that wrong. I don't know. Brought a blanket over to her. It's because if you read this in Italian, in the Italian pronunciation, it would be Genji, and that's why.
Yeah, it would be Genji.
When he tried to spread it over, her eyes snapped open as though she'd been shocked with electricity.
ありがとう。源氏さんなのね。
When she realized that the thing that had touched her was just a blanket and Genji had been considerably giving it to her, she let her out a sigh of relief. Oh, she got scared. Okay, I can understand.
失礼いたしました。
いえ、いいの。寝るつもりじゃなかったから。今は何時なの？
Sure. When he was asked for the time, Genji checked the pocket watch that he took out of the chest pocket.
6時を少し過ぎたところです。
Also gave her head a little shake when she realized that not much time had actually passed, even though it felt like she'd slept for ages. Oh, it's the classic afternoon nap. It's like you wake up and you're like, what year is this?
Groggy as hell.
Yes. Pecora from all life must have a mighty powerful and constant stomach growl. Yeah.
Gonna Peko.
Do amo, do amo, do amo. Almondo, almondo, almondo. Even though she didn't feel rested at all, the drowsiness that yeah, this is the class. This is the very normal afternoon nap. Like you don't feel rested, you feel hopeful, and you don't know how much time that passed.
ありがとう。毛布は結構よ。変な時間に眠っちゃダメね。すっかり時間の感覚が狂っちゃったわ。雨、とうとう降り出したのね。
Ryan finally realized that the peaceful sound that had put her to sleep was actually the rain.
風もだいぶ出てるよね。いよいよ台風なのかしら。
そのようにテレビでは申しております。遅い台風だそうで、明日いっぱいはこんな調子だそうです。
そう、この素敵なバラ庭園も日中のあれが見納めだったのね。
From the window, what she could see of the rose garden was completely blurred by the wind and the rain.
マリア。
Okay.
Also, aren't you forgetting someone?
Yeah, I was gonna say,
私はお見かけしておりませんが、
that's it.
ゲストハウスにお戻りではないでしょう
That's it. I knew it. Rose knew her daughter's nature as well, so a chill ran down her spine. But her just was stubbornly honest, and if she was ordered to find something that didn't exist, she would look forever and ever. Even in pouring rain. That's a perfect place for a little child.
いとこの子たちは先に行ってしまったから、あそこにはマリア一人。あの子は 誰かにもうやめろと言われない限り傘もささずに。私は感情に任せてなんてことを。
A little bit too late to regret that.
Yep.
Don't you think? Even though she'd know about Maria's simple honesty better than anyone, she'd once again lost control of her emotion and done something terrible. Hell! Hell to you, Astra.
Hello.
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 Hello, Astra.
How are you doing?
I was gonna ask that. Tell us. I must put Genji away and run down the hole. Oh, it's really going down. The outside really looked like a typhoon. The rain was pouring down spectacularly. Maybe because of some aspect of the terrain, the winds were in typhoon class, so an umbrella wouldn't be torn out of one's hand. Tired but okay? I mean, as long as you're okay, I guess. Even so, it was certainly a windy rain. There was no time to admire the roses being drenched.
とりあえず今はマリアが気になるぜ。まさかあの後もずっと一人でへそ曲げてあそこでバラ探しをしてるなんてことはないよな。
It's quite the opposite. She's not rebelling at all.
Yeah. A week of 4 washing machine 4 hours. Well, 3.5. Well, still, that's a lot.
That's a lot.
そうだね。さすがにこの雨じゃ。と思いたいところだけど、マリアちゃんはたまにすごく頑固で、ものすごく愚直な時がある。
Oh, the little robot butler? Yes, we've seen that.
Yeah.
We hadn't worried much, thinking that Ornthorals had taken her back to the mansion. However, when Kanokuna come from the mansion to call us and told Maria was here, we got a little worried.
お屋敷ではお見かけしませんでしたので、てっきりこちらにおられるとばかり。
Yeah, I mean, not even her mom knows what's happening.
ローザ様は
exactly.
仮眠を取られておいででしたので。
ここに来る途中に見かけなかったのかよ。
申し訳ございません。傘を差し、急ぎ駆け抜けたもので。
I mean, this is understandable.
そこまで注意を
Also,
払いませんでした。
if you try to look around in a weather like that, you probably don't see much. If you cut through the rose garden, taking the shortest line between the mansion, I guess you would have just barely missed the place Maria had been looking for rose. Yep. It wanders around, little robot. It was raining this hard too. It certainly would have been impossible to fail to notice her.
ここで議論するより直接確かめる方が早いさ。兄貴、ちょいとかけっこと行こうじゃねえかよ。
6年成長したから僕に勝てるつもりかい？よし、決着をつけようじゃないか。行こう。
Georgia and I flew out into the rain. Jessica and Kanokun followed us. And okay, Rosa's there as well. I have the sensation it's not gonna be here.
ローザおばさんだ。おばさん。
Like a feeling. When Georgia and Nick held back, Rosa jumped at him and grabbed onto him.
Why are you asking him?
Why are you asking? He was clearly looking for her. Hello? Okay.
No, she isn't.
The lion, the witch, and the audacity of that bitch.
いえ、僕たちはあの後マリアちゃんには出会ってません。
Sorry.
What?
The sorcerer, the witch, and the audacity of this man.
Yeah. That's even more That's even more correct for Umineko at this point. Six years ago, Maria was 3 years old. Yes. Okay. She was cute and pure. She was a cute and pure kid who would just accept whatever anyone said. 6 years have passed since then. She's 9 now and experiencing the ups and downs of life. Should have told her something. Maria, are you telling me you're still as innocent and pure as you used to be?
Maria!
Yes, apparently. As I circled the rose bed, something white unexpectedly turned to face me. It was a white umbrella. Maria was crouching down, holding a white umbrella and still searching for that rose. Also, oh, for fuck's sake, she was still there. Okay. Her face was turned bright red.
There for hours.
Yeah, but I mean, at least she's okay. That's what I mean. Which had turned brighter from her crying eyes. Her eyes was dirty and with water and mud. It was truly a pitiful sight.
お前まだ探してたのか
見つからないマリアのバラ見つからない
They've probably been here since the rain started pouring down. Her shoulder was freezing. She was tired to the bone, but fortunately since she was holding an umbrella, she wasn't completely soaked. The umbrella probably came from the handbag Maria always carried around. Thank goodness. Seriously, thank goodness.
バトラ君、よかった。見つけたんだね。
She's gonna slap her again, or... Oh, okay. Don't throw through her umbrella side and Aunt Maria.
ないマリアのバラ後でママも一緒に探してだから今日はお預けにしなさいね今日はお預け
Looks like Maria still wasn't able to accept it, but she no longer had enough energy to resist. Jessica and Anu-kun caught up with us.
すぐにお屋敷でタオルの用意をさせましょう。
マリアずっとここにいたのか
Yep.
ごめんね本当に悪いママでごめんね
ローザおばさん、とりあえずお屋敷に行きましょ
Well,
う。
at least she knows. Well, what
こ
can
の
I
ままじゃマリ
say?
アちゃん、風邪をひいちゃう。
そうマリア行きましょうちゃんときれいにしないとおじい様に怒られちゃうわよお腹すいたもう食事の時間だぜマリアはよく頑張ったよ天気が良くなったら私たちも一緒に探してやるから
Couldn't stay in the rain forever. Took Maria with us as we headed back to the mansion. My family wasn't as worn out as I thought. When she remembered we were having calf steak for dinner, she started chanting, I'm hungry, ooh, and returned to the spirit itself. I'm trusting child? Child?
Like, scolded.
Oh, okay. For saying, ooh.
そっか傘を持っていたのかさすがマリアは物持ちがいいぜマリア傘なんか持ってない
What?
なんだよじゃあその手に持ってる白い傘はどうしたんだよ
She's gonna say that, okay. She's gonna say that the witch gave it to her. I bet my money.
貸してもらった
Some caring person must have brought her an umbrella. Normally he would look for shelter once it started raining, but Maria was too stubborn to give up so easily. So maybe that caring person gave up on telling Maria to find shelter, then decided to at least give her an umbrella. But the other servants said that they didn't see her.
They didn't see Mario.
その人にお礼を言わないとね誰ベアトリーチェ
That's it. I knew it.
There we go.
Hello, here we go. Hi, Hile. Hello. Welcome.
Hello.
The name Maria cheerfully mentioned was that of the island witch. Rosa took a deep breath and asked again, trying to do so in a way that wouldn't damage Maria's good mood.
そうよかったわね。それで誰なの？傘を持ってきてくれた人は。おお、ベアート、いいチェ。
Bruh! I'm telling you, what the fuck do you want from me?
She did the spelling. Okay.
Now that I think about it, when I don't know where I read it. Maybe it was the first time that I played this. There was one line where they actually had to spell the correct pronunciation of Beatrice.
Yeah.
I have no. I just remember that it was written Che at the end with with a Y.
Oh, okay, yes, I see. Because of
But
the
then-
pronunciation, yes.
But I haven't seen that in here, so where have I read it?
Maybe
No
maybe
clue.
it's later, I don't know.
Maybe I don't know.
Maria immediately realized that the mother didn't believe her and started crying out unhappily again. There we go. Sorora stopped pursuing the subject. It'd probably be faster to ask whoever lent Maria an umbrella during dinner than rather ask Maria herself. And yeah, but I mean, she told you, so
Yeah.
that.
お父さん、せめて晩餐にだけは出席してください。これでは親族会議になり
There
ます。
we go again. Along with a doll pounding on the door, the sound of crowd
Okay, there we go again.
and concentrating could be heard. However, that voice seemed to be resigned to the fact that nothing it said would be heard.
金蔵さん、せめて夕食くらいは出んかね。あんたの顔を見ようと、息子さんたちが集まってきてるんじゃないか。黙れ南條、ビショップが聞かぬか。
As?
It doesn't even care. Shut
What?
up, I'm playing chess.
言って足りぬ。
Like. Okay. Part of the Kinzo was completely lost on the final battle of his long-lasting chess match with Nanjo. Kinzo's bro was wrinkled as he continued to glare at the game board through his spectacles. Kraus' voice didn't reach his ears.
金蔵さん、
Or maybe he pretended to not hear.
私も腹が減った。下に降りて食事をせんか。ならばお前だけで行くといい。
Never smile, Kinzo. Never.
Nope.
私はもうしばらくこの一手を吟味させてもらうぞ。今夜で決着をつけてやる。さもなくば、お前との決着は金輪際つけられそうにないからな。
Okay, not ominous at all, but okay.
I was just about to say that.
Not ominous at all.
No.
Andrew rose from his seat, hoping this would prompt Kinzo to do the same, but Kinzo's eye never left the chessboard. Like, it didn't even... Not even the afterthought of leaving was in his mind. He knew well that Kinzo always displayed a blind concentration when it came to chess. I'd never seen Kinzo concentrate as hard as this. It was almost as though Kinzo was telling the truth, and there would never be another chance for them to continue their contest if they didn't finish tonight. It seemed that no matter how obstinately he called out to Kinzo, it wouldn't reach the latter's heart. By the way, I would like to pinpoint for one moment, because it just came to my mind. Oh, wait. Yes, that I'm streaming. I'm doing this is the same setup that last time, and this time we didn't have any problem. I'm just saying.
Now that you said it,
It's gonna
why
happen.
did you? Yeah, it's going to
know.
happen 100%.
I
Don't you
know.
know that?
I had to say it though, because this time at the beginning we had problems. This time nothing happened. Whatever. Whatever.
Guys, if the stream crashes,
Of course. Of course.
are you going to bet that nothing is going to happen so that a miracle can happen?
Yes, of course. I jinxed my own screen, basically. Yes. Yes. The door to the study opened. Kraus was taken aback, thinking that maybe Kinzo was actually coming out. However, Nanjo was the one who
Yeah.
appeared, and Kraus let out a sigh of relief.
南條先生
What do you mean a sigh of relief?
親父殿は
お役に立てなくて申し訳ございませんな。今や金蔵さんの世界はこの部屋だけです。
It became a Hikikomori at this point.
Yeah.
Han shook his head with a completely defeated expression. Kraus raised his fists once more and banged on the door, shouting,
お父さん聞こえますか
again.
私たちは下へおりますが気が向かれたらいつでもおいでください息子兄弟一同ずっとお待ちしておりますよ
His voice was very loud and was making a racket pounding on the door. There was no way it wouldn't reach Kinzo's ears. Well, it certainly was reaching him, but he ignored it anyway. However, unlike the time it'd been calmed down for lunch, he didn't fly into range. And now Kinzo was calm at heart. Osmond as thought he had taken on a philosophical view and turned himself over to fate.
バムさんにも息子たちの顔にも興味はない。
Mm-hmm.
私がここを出るのはベアトリーチが蘇る時か。
I mean,
私が鍵の生贄に選ばれた時
she gave an umbrella to your granddaughter, so
Yep.
at this point, so she's there somewhere.
もう
Somewhere.
悪魔のルーレットは回っている。今さら晩餐に何の意味があろう。
So the painfully loud banging on the door completely failed to enter his hearing. Kinzo silently thought about his neck chest move, still in his philosophical state. That's true, he's not screaming at all. Not even once. Not even screaming Beatrice once.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It could be that he finished what he was trying to do then. Whatever sorcery he was doing.
Yeah, you could say that the last part with the ring was his final, I don't know, spell?
Could be.
Something like that?
Just as all the kids' spirit couldn't be seen anywhere in the dining hall. Scott Everett locked tightly with the locker, Kinzo. Yeah. Even the alcohol, they said that it was when they were bringing out the alcohol, they said that it was locked in a cabinet or something.
I think only Genji has the...
Only Genji has the keys, yes. Only Genji has the keys to the room and probably other stuff in his room as well.
Mm.
Jeez, this man.
親父殿は相変わらずご気分が優れられないそう
Of course, you couldn't be happier about this, isn't it?
年に一度の親族が集まるこの機会に同席できないこと
Sure, lad.
非常に残念がられて
He
おる
definitely said
Why are
that.
you even,
Kinzo
why
definitely
are
said
you
this.
even lying?
Kinzo definitely said it. It wasn't like 2 seconds ago he said, "Yeah, I don't care shit about my son's
My family.
children or whatever. I just wanna fuck that witch." Basically. Maybe not fuck, but I wanna see that witch. Whatever.
He didn't say that, but...
I can't say that, but maybe he did that. I don't know. At this point, anything is possible. Wait a moment.
Hmm.
Wait a moment. Talking about that. Who's the wife?
Kinzo's
Drink
wife.
water.
Yeah?
Become
Kinzo's wife is not here because she died some years ago. And
Yes.
we don't have many informations on her.
Thank you. Thank you for
But
the hydrate, Mikhail. Also, you drink too, okay.
yes, but we know that she was kind of suspicious that Kinzo had a lover. I think this is the information that we have so far about
Okay,
her.
so could it? No, I don't think it's possible. That would be strange. No, because I was thinking, she's strangely blonde, and Beatrice's blonde, but I don't think that's a thing. I don't know.
I mean, Krause is also kind of blondish.
Yes, but the thing is, we don't know how. The wife of Kinzo. She could have been blonde as well. So I don't know.
There was also a rumor
Mm-hmm.
that said that she was similar to the lover. I think.
Oh,
Maybe I'm making this up.
so
I'm not
could
not
be.
100% sure, but I think that one of the things that were said about her was that she was similar.
It could be. Even hair, she's kind of blondish.
Yeah, but this honestly we can't really say because in a single generation we have blondish hair,
I mean,
red hair,
okay, we don't
black
know.
hair.
Okay, the thing is, we
Oh,
don't know
no.
his hair color. They could have been black, for what we know.
Yeah.
And it could be that, like, they got darker hair than. She's so blonde though. Whatever.
She's very blonde.
She's
Yeah.
so blonde, and he's blonde, but she isn't. So I don't know. Whatever.
Oh well, you know that.
Yeah, the gender is
recessive,
recessive, so it
yeah,
could be
exactly.
that since
It
he's
could
blonde
skip.
and she isn't, so it could skip. I don't know. I was thinking about that because of that, so maybe not. I mean, style generic clothes. That's
Yes,
true.
exactly.
Maybe I'm focusing too much on that. I don't know. Whatever.
But it's a nice. Oh my god, it's a nice reasoning anyway.
Yeah, because I think also Betisha got the wing, the bird thingy, eagle, whatever,
On her.
on her. I think I've seen it on like the cover of the game or something. She's on her like dress somewhere. I don't remember where, but I think I've seen that. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. We'll see.
I'm just going to. I'm going to look up the picture you sent me. Just out of curiosity.
The picture? What picture?
Nope. There's no symbol on.
No symbol?
On the cover.
Okay.
On the cover. No. No symbol.
I don't know.
In Saku, Umineko Saku. This is.
I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Maybe I dreamed about that. I don't know. I mean, I made it up. I don't know. Whatever.
Let's continue.
Given Kinzo's personality, there was no way it showed sign of regret. None of its relatives showed any regret at his absence. I mean, they're waiting for him to die, so they're like, no one
They can
cares.
get money.
Yeah, so
they can get a lot of money.
they're basically
right
saying
now.
when that old man die, we get a lot of money. So we're just waiting for that.
どうだ始めたまえ
かしこまりました。それでは始めさせていただきます。
That was told to start the family conference dinner. It's the biggest time to shine of the whole year, in order with a broke grain.
マリアに傘を貸してくれた人は誰かしら
Relatively cut through the silence of the dining room. Everyone noticed.
傘何の話さっきマリアがバラ庭園にいた時に誰かに白い傘を借りたみたいなんだけどお礼が言いたくて
俺たちじゃねえぜ。ローザが出てった後は部屋を移してずっと
Friendly chat.
Friendly, nothing, not notice the quotes on friendly.
はは、そうやで。
Hideyoshi. He can't do this anymore.
This made me laugh more than I thought. Okay.
あの後も兄弟で仲良くおしゃべりをしとったのや。
Yes, the word friendly fell awkwardly from Hideyoshi's lips. So even those who hadn't been present could tell the conversation hadn't been a pleasant one.
少なくとも私とエヴァとルドルフと、あと秀吉さんとキリエさんではないことも確かだがね。
私たちは夏日姉さんとローザさんが出て行った後もずっと一緒だったわ。食事の時間までずっとね。
兄さんは源氏さんと一緒にお父様を呼びに上の書斎へ。私たちはそのまま食堂へ直行したもの。だから私たちではないわね。傘を貸すなんて親切、使用人の誰かじゃないの？
じゃあ合田さん？
私はずっと厨房で準備をしておりましたもので、申し訳ございません。
It looks like this is a point about me Cindy Chan's show off. Of course. At that time, Shannon and Kumasawa appear, pushing a serving cart loaded with hors d'oeuvres. Friendly as in, if only murder was legal and we could get away with it, we would have slaughtered each other until only one of us was left standing. Yes, exactly. Precisely like that. Very specific, but in this case, I would say that it fit very well.
じゃあ、熊沢さんかシャノンちゃんかしら。
Probably they were lucky that they put away the dinner stuff, or else someone would have been dead with a kitchen dinner, with a kitchen knife.
Knife.
はい。何か粗相がございましたでしょうか？
Shandon.
This is okay.
She definitely has no PTSD.
This is. Can I say this is you sometimes, Ophi? Can I say that?
Yeah, that's me.
Sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes.
No, that's me. Oh no, something happened.
Oh
Is that
wait.
my fault? Oh my god.
Yes, like, I don't know. I feel like sometimes, not all the time, of course, but sometimes. Bishon coming in part way, she shrank back, mistakenly thinking that the others were searching for the one responsible for some error.
違うよ。マリアちゃんがバラ庭園に一人でいた時に雨が降ってきてね。誰かが傘を貸してくれたんだよ。ローザおばさんがその人にお礼を言いたいって言うのさ。
ああ、ベアトリーチェ。
There we go. Now, to really be like your granddad, you should scream it very loud.
Don't worry, she's getting that.
You should do that.
Oh, Beatrice!
Maria with a thin line said the wish name in a small voice. Cute, yes. Even chairs could become weapons at this point. Let's say like the furnace is too much to break. Yeah, but you leave evidence like that. I mean, if you break a chair, it's too much evidence at that point. Aunt Rose explained the situation one more time. As she did, Kumasama-san cackled.
私たちでもございません。私もシャノンさんも一緒にお部屋の準備をしておりましたから、お外には。
はい、気が利かなくてすみません。
部屋の準備とは何のことかね。
この雨ですから。客人の皆さんがゲストハウスにお帰りになられるのも大変かと思って、使用人たちに屋敷内の客室の準備をするように命じたのです。あら、気が利くじゃない。
Oh my god.
Really?
Can you
really?
hear the poison?
Really? You had to say that? Okay. I mean, whatever.
そうね。この雨の中、表に追い出すのは失礼だものね。
Has she ever said anything nicely?
No, I don't think it's possible for her to do something like that. I think she physically can't say something nice. It's like impossible for her.
もう予算か。
Thank you, Hideyoshi. Thank you. That you said what we were thinking. Everyone's thinking.
はい。奥様からそのようにご指示を受けまして、私と熊沢さんとカノン君の3人で準備をしておりました。そして、ご夕食の時間になり、源氏様からゲストハウスのお子様方をお呼びするようご指示をいただいたため。
ええ。ですから、カノンさんがゲストハウスに行かれるときに、マリアさんを見つけて、
No, because he didn't even know it was there. She was there.
違う
Oh, with the wind and the thunder. Okay. The person who actually received the umbrella denied it. Rosa was troubled. What she wanted to do was give a word of thanks to the person who lent the umbrella, but she couldn't find them. The Yoshi, the man of the hour, the man who keeps the spotters, the ammonia hungry sibling in check, not lying that near the kitchen knives. Honestly, I could believe that. I mean, Hideyoshi, of course, wants the money, but at least I don't think he's ready for to murder someone. The others, though, yes, I think they are.
They would be ready to do it.
I mean, he could be greedy, but at least not like the others. And she thought asking like this with everyone gathered for dinner would work immediately.
じゃあ、夏日姉さん？
ごめんなさい。私は皆さんとの仲良くの語らいの後ですから、表へは出ていません。
なら、誰なの？
Told you, it was Beatrice. Who was?
Beatrice.
なわけないわよね。
いえ、僕たちはずっとゲストハウスでテレビを見てました。
むしろ私たちは、マリアはおばさんと一緒に屋敷に行ったとばかり。
そこへカノン君が来て、マリアは一緒じゃないのかと聞いたんで、初めて屋敷にはいないのかって分かったんだよ。第一俺だったら、傘を貸すより先に、手引っ張って屋根の下に連れて行くぜ。
Good idea. Rosa was completely baffled. One by one, the relatives and the servant denied that they had done it, even though it really wasn't something anyone would need to hide. So by process of elimination, the number of remaining candidates wasn't large.
もちろん私でもありません。
Yeah, you were with the screaming man.
雨が降り始めてすぐの頃、金蔵さんの部屋を訪ねて、ついさっきまで。
ということは、おじい様でもないよね。
Like we wouldn't even, like there was even
Yeah,
any
that
doubt
wasn't
about that.
Doubt, yeah, exactly.
なんだ妙な話になってきたぜ。あと残るのは誰だ？
Why are you laughing about it?
誰？源氏さん？
No, you really ask him.
ちょっと待って。勘違いしないでくれる？別に、私は何かの犯人探しをしてるんじゃないの？
Probably laughed. Honestly, yes.
I think he could have seen her from his window.
I could be. Yes, exactly. It's not something you have to hide. Despite that, no one raised their hand. Why not? Everyone started whispering about how strange it was getting.
落ち着けよ、ローザ。傘を借りた本人に聞けばいいじゃねえか。
I think she gave her answer already, but
yeah.
Whatever. However, also with her lower legs, after all, she already knew how Maria would have answered if asked.
どうりや、ルドルフ君の言う通りやないか。マリアちゃん、おじさんに教えてな。マリアちゃんに傘を貸してくれたのは誰や？ベアトリーチェ。
Daniel was wrapped in silence for an instant, but he was soon interrupted by a burst of laughter. Okay, this Okay, this is the moment in the horror movies where everyone laughed at it. Ha 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 ha, it was the monster. Ha ha. And then 2 seconds later,
Yeah.
the monster opens the door of the dining room.
Yeah.
なるほど。森の魔女ベアトリーチェが不憫に思って傘を貸してくれたか。いい話じゃないかね。
Nah.
Yeah. Rosa couldn't believe it. Even though she just wanted to say thanks for the umbrella, why did everything have to be so clouded with smoke?
クラースおじさんの言う通りベアトリーチェが貸してくれたの。
それはよかった。無垢だというのは実に羨ましいことではないか。
Yes.
Or maybe you should believe her. I don't know.
Yeah, it's not like you're saying that because you're basically saying, see, yeah, this little girl is dumb, so she cannot inherit anything.
Yeah, exactly.
She was laughing with a face that was clearly mocking, but Maria was overjoyed, apparently convinced that her claim was being believed.
一体どうなってんの？まさか本当に魔女が現れて傘を貸したってのかよ。
She asked me in a small voice that wouldn't carry over to Maria, who was sitting across from me.
マリアって冗談が言えるタイプだっけ？
Not really, from what we know. If you'd heard what kind of story pop out of my old bastard's mouth, we would have just taken it as another joke. However, it's hard to explain. So explaining it away like that when Maria said it. It's getting pretty unnerving.
いや、昔から愚直なぐらい正直で真面目だよ。普通なら聞いただけで嘘とわかるような冗談すら鵜呑みにするタイプだぜ。マリアから冗談を言い出すなんて聞いたこともない。
Ambrose probably knew that better than anyone. It appeared, because of this weird situation, she had no idea what was going on anymore.
じゃあマリアがベアトリーチェに傘を借りたと言ったならそれは間違いな。
マリアに関してだけは何かの比喩とか冗談とかそういうことは考えられない。
Yeah, you have to think that she speaks in a very direct way. So, like we know why we know filter. So.
額面通りの意味だと思うべきだろうよ。
じゃあなんだよ。源氏さんあたりがあの肖像画のごついドレスを着てマリアに傘を持って行ってやったっていう。
I don't
Can you
think
imagine
so.
Genji in a dress? Can you imagine Nanjo in a dress?
Yeah, that's why Nanjo Drisha is that because of this.
Exactly.
私が聞きたいくらいさ。
She just shrugged jokingly, but her response didn't completely match her attitude. Once the hors d'oeuvres were set out and Goda showed off his vast store of knowledge, the meal began. Hopeful casual chats broke out here and there, but they seemed somehow distant. And the meal ended up being so quiet that you couldn't ignore the sound of the rain sneaking into the dining hall. You think they were screaming at each other earlier? Masama and Shannon pushing the serving car, running to Genji and Kanon on their way to the kitchen.
ケンジさんですか？マリア様に傘を貸されたのは。
傘？何のことだ？
はい、雨が降り出した時にマリア様は一人でバラ庭園におられたそこでどなたかに傘を、それがどなたかわからないのです。
僕じゃないよ。マリア様はゲストハウスにいると思ってたくらいだからね。バトラ様が最初に見つけられた時にはもう白い傘をお持ちだった。
申し訳ないが、それは私でもない。
じゃあまさか親方様。
Yes, sure. Both in Daniel and right here, everyone said that they hadn't done it. That left only Kinzo, but
何かのご用で廊下を歩かれているとき、偶然バラ庭園に傘もささないマリア様が見えたとか。
親方様はマリア様のことをあまりお好きではない。
you don't say.
同感だね。
He's
親
not
方
fond
様
of
が
any water.
マリア様のために直々に開花までお越しになって傘を持ちくださるとは考えられないよ。
あら、困りましたわね。では、マリア様に傘をお貸しになられたのは、本当にベアトリーチェ様ってことに
Marcella laughed, just like the relative in the dining hall who had laughed it off. She couldn't think of any other way to break through the smoke veil in the current situation. Just then, a crisp sound of hands clapping twice rang out through the alleyway. Huh? Oh, it was him. Okay.
Fucking
さ
god.
あさあ皆さん、ディナーは配膳のタイミングも大事です。すぐにスープの配膳に取り掛かってください。源氏さん、彼女らは大切なお仕事中ですので、お引き止めになられないでください。
So fake. So fake.
The thing is, it's even worse because it's not like he's fake. He's just an asshole.
Yeah, no, but this conversation, I mean, from him.
Oh, yeah.
Cannot glare at Gola for being rude to Genji, a person cannot respected. Genji realized in this, pat the cannon on the shoulder as a warning. Cannon looked and turned away and returned his expression to normal.
ゴーダの指示に従いなさい。今は晩餐の配膳を急ぐように。
ほらほら、時間がありません。タラタラしない。急ぎますよ。
Goda grabbed the serving card from Sharon and silly pushed it towards the kitchen.
では、私どもも厨房に戻らせていただきます。高田さんも気の短い方ですからね。
私もこれで失礼いたします。
Kumasawa and Shannon left. Only Genji and Kano remained. To the window, the darkness of the rainy night could be seen along with the occasional thunderbolt.
源氏様、ベアトリーチェ様が本当に
What?
New soundtrack.
Oh.
お戻りになられたのでしょうか。
わからん。
親方様にお知らせしま
This
すか。
soundtrack here is very similar to a one in 999.
Really?
Yes. It's very okay. Maybe I remember it. I don't remember it exactly, but it's very similar to that. I don't remember if it was 999 or Journey's Last Reward, but because it's the second game, but it's one of the two, and it's especially the gong, the bang, that sound is basically the same.
I think I know which. I don't know. I know which game you're talking about.
Yeah.
Because I saw a video that was called Umineko soundtrack be like, and I think under this soundtrack there was one of those two games. Yeah.
Okay, so wait, so it's not me. It was.
No.
It's very similar to that, and maybe it's the same. How do you say? Campione in, you know.
Sample.
Sample. Thank you. Maybe it's the same sample. Maybe they use the same sample to make the sound, so it could be.
Could be.
せずともよい。本当にお戻りになられたなら、やがておのずと親方様の前へ現れよう。
Okay, so they know she's real. Okay.
それに、あれは気まぐれなお方。親方様にご報告申し上げたところで、お姿を現されないことには何の意味も。
親方様の儀式はすでに始まっているということでしょうか。
おそらく。だがそれは我ら家具には何の関わりもないこと。親方様に受けたご恩を最後の瞬間まで お返しするのみだ。
はい。
The favor, do they own the favor to him? Because they had, could it be that they had nowhere to go and that's why they're servant here? We'll see.
それが僕たち家具の
Let's see.
務めです。
Knowing what I know,
Mm-hmm.
there could be several meanings to that sentence.
Oh, okay. I see.
Fastest pen.
I don't even blink when you're there. I have a gun pointed at shot every time. Gun. Sometimes a cannon if I can. Thunder crashed once more, except for those instants when lightning lit up the sky and nothing could be seen out the window but the darkness of night. Does its human rule where when the sun is up, those that are not human rule when the sun is down. The darkness of night that now surrounded Rokkenjima was ruled by another master, not the Ushiromiya family. Did his master take pity on Maria when she was alone and being pummeled by the rain in the rose garden, lending her an umbrella? Kano looked at the rose garden's light, dimly visible beyond the window. Dim lights weren't enough to illuminate the surrounding area. Looking at those lights felt like making eye contact with a witch, and Kano forced himself to avert his gaze. If he didn't, he felt like his eyes would be absorbed by that light. Can the weather change how people act? I've never thought about how things like atmospheric pressure can influence people's moods and physical health. For some time now, everyone had been struggling to clear the gloomy atmosphere, but any conversation was quickly cut off, and in the end, the dining hall was simply filled by the sound of the rain. The server was some kind of chocolate cake accompanied by pure sherbet. What the heck is pure sherbet? Cake?
Sherbet is a sorbetto.
Oh, I
So
had no
it's
idea.
a pear sorbet.
Okay, now I know. But as an
Do you like pears? Huh?
Yes, but it's not like they're my favorite thing.
They're very granulous. I don't like them.
No, it's not like they're disgusting or anything, but it's not like I see a bowl of fruit and there's pears in it. I'm definitely not gonna pick up a pear. But at the same time, I don't hate them.
Understandable.
Also, it depends by the type of pear you eat, the consistency. So.
I'm sorry. Can I make a joke?
Yes.
If you're going to try and bite into a pear, you might as well break your teeth because the pear is where the boats land. The boats get. So that's called a pear.
I see.
And the other is called a pear.
Yes.
Sorry.
You know. That, you know what I meant. Whatever.
Wood.
Both.
I love the taste of wood in the mouth.
Tasty boat.
Tasty boat.
By the way, depending on the pear.
Good job.
Okay. The consistency of the fruit can be very different. How about I make Opie disappear for a little for that joke?
Have I disappeared actually?
No, you're still there.
No.
You're still there.
No. Wait. Sometimes I can make it happen, but I'm not sure how.
I don't know. Now you're just standing still, like you're like
no
freezing. Okay.
I don't know.
Whatever.
I don't know. Oh well.
By the way, So it really depends. There's different types. So it could be that you find one that it wasn't good.
Mm.
Have you ever tried a nashi?
No, I haven't.
Try it. It's good. It's something between an apple and a pear. Something in between. It would not be as peachy anymore without there, though. Because she's pink? Is that because she's pink? Because that could be even better.
Oh man.
So,
That's great.
by the way.
I love puns.
By the way, that's it.
Goda-san enthusiastically explained the recipe as soon as his final dish was presented. But I quickly forgot the details. Butler just wants to eat.
Yeah, drink. Read, I'm gonna drink.
The guest of honor grandfather was absent. The weather was horrible, and the identity of the one who'd lent Maria an umbrella remained a mystery. When dinner ended, no one felt even one pixel bit refreshed. It was too late now, but I realized painfully that taste wasn't the only important part of a meal. The whole atmosphere was also critical. Gora-san, the supposed conductor of this musical piece called Dinner, did his best to enliven the place. Dropping little jokes left and right, but apparently not one of them succeeded.
Okay, honestly, when I read conductor, I was thinking about the train and not music, so I was confused.
Truth.
I was like, what the heck is going on here? Where is this phrase going? And then a musical piece. Oh, okay. Was confused.
After taking orders for after-dinner coffee, tea, and orange juice, he left for the kitchen. As soon as he disappeared, Uncle Kraus spoke.
やれやれ。
やれやれだぜ。
せっかくゴーダが腕を振るってくれた晩餐も、こうも沈み込んでしまっては実に味気ないというものだ。
まったくね。
Of course, what do you think she was gonna say? What the heck?
今日は何を食べても美味しく感じられない、そういう気分よ。
ほう。どうしてそういう気分なのか聞きたいね。心
Bruh,
が
you
晴れ
just
晴れできるよ
talk the same.
う、兄として後で協力させてもらうよ。
Yes, sure. Have agreements slightly. Already heard that she wasn't on good terms with Uncle Kraus, but it was pretty clear now. When I looked around and noticed that my father and Rosa were also grimacing. Or there was something beside the weather troubling all of them. Yeah, of course, because Butler doesn't know.
ずいぶん機嫌が悪そうっすね。
そう、私はそうは思いませんよ。
Gaslighting.
You're not even trying, Natsuhi, tell me. Like, with that face? No. She's not bad as if to say she was absolutely not interested.
まあちょいと大人な話で込み入ってな。バトラ君たち子供は気にせんでええ話や。なあ、ナツさん。
I don't know how you're laughing, dude. I have no idea how you can laugh like that right now, honestly. Uncle actually laughed at this book, but without his usual brightness. So I could barely imagine just how complicated their adult conversation had become. Top of that, even Aunt Natsui and Kirie-san, the people that he had directed his comment to, ignored him as though they hadn't heard anything. I didn't know what kind of conversation they'd been having while us kids were away. But remind me of how that said he had stomach cramps when he arrived at the mansion. Family conference might be a playful reunion to us kids, but it was definitely different for the adults. After Uncle Yashi comment was ignored by the other adults, and an awkward silence fell over to the room. Kiria-san spoke up.
子供たちの進路はどうなるのかしらとか、そういう話よ。
Yes!
バトラ君は将来はどうするの？
Let them feel miserable as well.
At this point,
ぼんやりと大学進学？そんなのじゃ長い人生レースのスタートラインとしては心細いわよ。
and why? What? Why?
あいたたたたたた。キリエさん、飯の最中にそんな話されちまったら、消化不良で便秘になっちまうぜ。
Yeah.
As always, Butler is a gentleman.
Yes, sure.
そうやそうや。バトラ君やジェシカちゃんの進路の話を将来のことは真剣に考えんとあかんで。
Hideyoshi earthly agreed, as if they really had been talking about that, but that was probably wrong, you don't say? Kiria had been obviously trying to change the subject. However, if Hiri-san had determined that this was the best course of action now, then she was probably right. Taking this into account, I cast aside my suspicion as to the cause behind Aunt Evan that's bad mood. Okay, it's time for coffee and tea. Kumasawa Shannon-chan served it to everyone. Goda-san then explained this concluded tonight's meal. If only the mood had been a bit more cheery, it might have been the best dinner in my life. It was a shame this best dinner couldn't have been had under the best conditions.
ジョージお兄ちゃん、これでご飯は終わり？終わり？
うん、これでおしまいだよ。
はしてないわよ。お席について、落ち着いてジュースを飲みなさい。
Proceed to one-shot the tea. Looked like she was really excited by the occasionally crashing thunder. Maybe she wanted to quickly finish eating and run over to the window. She was a bit fidgety for a while, waiting for the meal to end. Some people are afraid of thunder, while others find it interesting. Yeah?
Going AFK for a second.
That's okay.
Going right back.
That's okay. Is it
You
okay
can
if I
continue reading if you
continue?
want.
Yeah, okay. Oh, the ring stopped. Oh, it's restarting. Okay. That's a loop, probably. Okay. You read that? Therefore, when she heard from Georgia Nikki that dinner was over, a huge smile broke across her face. Took her handbag, which she set under the seat, never having left it even while she was eating, and began fishing around inside of it. No one seemed particularly concerned by his behavior.
なんだい？それはどこから持ってきたの？
Back.
Oh, it was very quick. Okay.
Yes.
George was the first to notice it. As he spoke, Butler noticed it too.
It's
Oh,
letter.
okay. Western style envelope. Of course, because Japanese envelopes are dun, dun, dun. Japanese letters are completely different. Yes, I know they folded in a very specific way. On the front of the envelope, the Shumia family crest, the one-winged evil Sephiroth, was done in gold leaf. Furthermore, the fact that it was... That was the perfect moment to use that. Furthermore, the fact it was sealed with a dark red wax made it clear that it wasn't something Maria could have brought as a prank. Why this looks like a banana?
Oh, yeah, a bunch of bananas.
A bunch of
I can
bananas.
see.
Don't they look just a bunch of bananas?
It looks like a bunch of bananas, but it's just the bird, like...
Yeah, I know it's the bird, but the moment I saw it, I was
Bananas.
like, bananas? Those are bananas.
Pixel, get the banana!
Potassium.
Potassium.
マリアちゃん、それは何？
I think it's a letter. I don't know though. And Natsui had also noticed the strangeness of the envelope Maria was holding. Her voice sounded too serious for someone admonishing a small child, so the relatives around us finally noticed it too.
どうしたよ、夏日姉さん。
それ、何？
Never seen a letter in their lives.
あなた、それをどこで拾ったの？
その封筒は金蔵さんの。
Who else could... I wonder who gave that letter to her. Wonder.
Oh, Beatrice!
Yeah. Another matter that even as kids could understand why everyone seemed to be frozen solid. The envelope that Maria was held was one of the Ushirimiya families that had custom-made envelopes for private use. None of it was. It could only mean one thing. It contained a message from Kinzo.
ほう、どうしてそんな封筒がここにあるんだね。
こいつは面白いもんが飛び出してくるぜ。
ちょいとわしに見せてみ。
ダメ。マリアが読むの。マリアがみんなに読んで聞かせなさいって言われたの。
Clearly she tried to snatch the envelope out from Maria's hand, but she protected it as though hugging it and didn't let go.
秀吉兄さん、子供相手に力ずくなんていけませんよ。
Thank you. The only sane person here.
マリアちゃん、その封筒はどうしたの？
At least between the adults, I mean.
傘を貸してくれた時にベアトリーチェにもらった。
Who else?
ご飯が終わったらマリアがみんなに読んで聞かせろって言われた。
We stand a queue. Yes. At least for now, I don't know.
マリアは魔女のメッセンジャーなの。
メッセンジャー？
I think what's like this? Oh, because it's in English.
It's
Okay.
in English. Exactly.
この島の魔女様は随分と洒落てるじゃねえかよ。
I also tried to joke about it, but no one laughed.
それで中には何て書いてあるのかしら？マリアちゃん。
Maria casually opened the envelope. It was
She's so
sealed.
cheerful.
Yeah, I mean,
Everyone
okay, I can understand because it's like she met her hero, so she was like, "Oh man,"
Yeah.
and she also gave me an umbrella and a letter and everything. She could have asked she would have asked an autograph if she knew what it was, probably.
Mm-mm.
It was sealed in wax, so you just had to remove the sealing wax to open it. It fell into the desk. Hideyoshi hastily picked it up and started fixedly at it. And then he said, "These are definitely bananas." He sat in the center of the table where Natsui, Kiri, and Nanjo stared at it. Imprinted in the box was a head of bananas, which was the Shiromiya family crest and also Kinzo's personal crest.
これは当主様の紋章？
私は金蔵さんに手紙をもらったことがあるからは、これは間違いなく金蔵さんの風浪だ。
でもこのお屋敷にはそれと同じ紋章がいくつもあるのでは？例えば風浪用のハンコのようなものがあれば、金蔵さんでなくても風浪はできるのでは？
He said it at the general level before exclaiming that it was indeed a bunch of bananas. Yes, exactly.
いや、金蔵さんは風浪には必ず自分が指にしている後ろ宮家当主
So it's definitely him.
でこの形や複雑な衣装は間違いなく。そうとは限らんよ。親族であれば一度くらいは親父の手紙を受け取ったことはあるはず。その風浪をもとに偽の紋章を作り、親父殿を語って
That seemed like overcomplicated though, dude. Just
Yeah.
for one letter? I mean... What about the envelope also?
風浪に刻印されている紋章がどれだけ親父のものに酷似していたとしても、だからその封筒が親父のものであるという証拠にはならない。
私も全く同じよ。風浪の刻印だけでお父様の手紙だなんて決めつけることには
Can
同
you
意
read
で
the
きない
letter
わ。
and you chat later?
南條先生、曖昧な言葉は慎んでいただけるかしら。
南條。
It's Namjo's fault now? What the heck?
出過ぎた口でしたな。
うん。
Okay, yes. They were afraid. They first from the bottom of their hearts. The kids' intentions were written in there, and that might be some announcement regarding the inheritance that would be decidedly unfavorable to them. Kinzo doesn't like any of you, so the favor would be only for, I don't know, some for a stranger probably, if you ask him.
その封筒は傘を貸してくれた人がくれたのね。はい。封じゃわからないでしょ。そうなの？
She has to say ooh though. She has to say that.
魔女ベアトリーチェが傘と一緒にマリアちゃんにその封
That's
筒を
what she said.
Okay.
主人に私も
She's so happy.
得体の知れない何者かが手渡した怪文書です。読むにも値しません。
Why you're the scared one? The most scared one right now?
せめて読むくらいいいじゃねえかよ。なあ。
Mara said it's a statistic and a small voice trying to act up, but Natsui heard it clearly and glared at him with threatening eyes.
それでマリアはそのベアトリーチェに食事が終わったら読めって言われたんだな。
いいじゃないの皆さん。これはおじい様の封筒ではなく、ベアトリーチェの封筒。誰が書いたのかはともかく、中身を聞いてからの判断でもいいんじゃないかしら。
Can't you hold the seal though? And the
そうやな。
envelope.
お父さんが書いたとは限らんが、
Can I
中身が気になるの
remind
は
you
事実や。
what Kinzo did the last time we played at the end?
Yes, because I don't really remember.
He got his ring. He opened his
right.
ring and he threw his ring.
He threw
into
his
the rain.
ring away. That's right. I forgot about that. Yes. Okay, that's why she
So-
have the ring. Okay, I see.
Of course, they don't know this. But
Yes. No, I completely forgot about that.
マリアちゃん、さっきは無理やり取ろうとしてすまんかった。謝るから、みんなの前でそれ読み上げてくれんか。
マリア、
everyone backpedaling.
読みなさい。
I was about to do that from the beginning.
Yes, like
本当に親父の手紙だと思うか？
ありえんね。親父殿が私たちに何かを発表するときは、直接でな
And I mean, why a
けれ
letter
ば
at
現
this
地を
point?
通してじゃないか。このようなこじゃれた方法でするとは思えんね。
そうよ。マリアをメッセンジャーに？それこそお父様の趣味じゃないわよ。
yeah, that's
ロザ
because it's not
こ
him.
れはマリアちゃんが私たちを脅かそうという何かの隠し芸なんでしょ？
マリアはそんな気の利いたことができる子じゃないわ。
Are you saying your daughter is dumb?
Yes, basically.
Wait till she's 9. Yes, I know. Yes, do it. What? Different than usual? Everyone went suddenly silent.
六軒島へようこそ。
What?
後ろ宮家の皆様方。
New soundtrack!
Oh, very syncopated. I like it. I like this piano.
It's amazing.
私は金蔵様にお仕えしております。当家顧問錬金術師。
Is it the same voice actress as Maria?
Yes.
For real?
Yes. Yes.
What the heck?
ホな。
黙って。長年にわたりご契約に従いお仕えしてまいりましたが、本日金蔵様よりその契約の終了を宣告されました。よって本日をもちまして当家顧問錬金術師のお役目を終了させていただきますことをどうかご了承くださいませ。
Okay.
くだらん。ざれ言だ。
聞くに耐えません。さてここで皆様に契約の一部をご説明しなければなりません。私ベアトリーチェは金蔵様にある条件とともに莫大な黄金の貸与をいたしました。その条件とは契約終了時に
Oh, so no gold for everyone, for anyone. Aha.
そして利息として後ろ宮家のすべてを頂戴できるというものです。
That's bad news for you guys, I guess.
むちゃくちゃや。
初めっからむちゃくちゃだぜ。
要するにあれだろ、よくある悪魔の契約みたいなやつなんだろ。ほんで契約がおしまいってことになるからいいんや。長年の退職金のつもりかな。
待ってる。
What the heck?
しゃっかりした魔女だぜ。
バトラ君、今は茶化さない方がいい。
I mean, I could understand. I think this is a joke or something, so
Yeah.
it could be. If Butter made a face as to ask if I can make fun of this, what can I make fun of? Some of the adults' faces were pale, while others looked dazed.
これだけをお聞きならば皆様は金蔵様のことをなんと無慈悲なのかとお嘆きにもなられるでしょう。
Okay.
しかし金蔵様は皆様に富と名誉を残す機会を設けるため特別な条項を追加されました。
Fuck our money.
その条項が満たされた時に限り私は黄金と利子を回収する権利を永遠に失います。
特別な条項？
Oh, is it the epitaph thing?
特別条項。契約終了時にベアトリーチェは黄金と利子を回収する権利を持つ。ただし隠された契約の黄金を暴いた者がベアトリーチェはこの権利を全て永遠に放棄しなければならない。利子の回収はこれより行いますが、もし皆様のうちの誰か一人でも特別条項を満たせたならすでに回収した分も含めて全てお返しいたします。なお回収の手始めとしてすでに後ろ宮本家の家督を受け継いだことを示す後ろ宮家当主の指輪をお預かりさせていただきました。
Oh, that's why you threw it away? This theme though is amazing though, I have to be honest.
I know, right?
封印のろうそくにてそれ
You're
を
going
ど
to
うか
hear
ご
this
確認
alone.
ください
alone.
Is this Beatrice's theme?
Beatrice has different themes. So this is one of them. This
Okay.
is the first one.
Oh, the organ. Why is this so good? And they're mixing many different instruments like that, like it's nothing.
Yep. Umineko has
What the
a
heck?
lot of whiplash in between soundtracks.
The-
There's this one that sounds more classical. Maybe,
okay,
and
this
others-
one is something like classical music, but with the rhythm of like a more catchy bossa nova kind of thingy.
Yeah.
And this piano, and there's the organ, and whatever this electronic part is. How do you mix all of this and make it sound good?
Yeah, you haven't heard anything. You know how I don't know if I could compare this, but this reminds me of the madness that Toby Fox creates sometimes.
Yes, but the thing is, Toby Fox is very clear on instruments. It's not mixing strange instrument differently. It's like take Megalovania for example. It's very chaotic in a way, but the instruments are very specific for the thing. This thing, it's mixing a lot of different things that doesn't match with each other.
But it sounds so nice.
But it sounds so good. And I noticed that this is a thing that Japanese musicians do a lot. The mixing different. If you think about it, an example that came to my mind, JoJo, third season, the Pillar Man theme, the ay.
Oh,
that one.
Yeah.
It's Indian music with an electric guitar.
Nice.
And you say that cannot sound good. It sounds good. I don't know how, but it sounds good.
It sounds good.
So this is something like that, but in a completely different style, of course. But yeah.
This is just the beginning. Trust me on this.
Man, he threw it out the window, so... Consider that the ceiling wax is trying to burn a hole through it. And we're all doing the same over his shoulder. Oh, he didn't notice for real. Nanjo had nothing to do with this, and he only gets screamed at. What the heck? Nanjo is trying. Oh, it was like, oh, that's why I felt that he didn't have the ring. And you're saying that now?
本当に指輪をおじい様は誰かに手渡したのか、この手紙が本当の話かどうかは。
Well, we know that already, so.
そうね、キリエさんの言う通りだわ。
果たして金蔵さんがそれを答え、あの人のお考えは時に人の世の常識では計りかねません。
True.
どの道ざれ言の域を出んね。第一、黄金幻想自体が親父殿のまやかしだ。ありもしない黄金の話を始めるのはお前たちだけで十分だ。
でも魔女様はおっしゃってるわよ。黄金を見つけた者に家督と全ての財産を引き渡すってね。つまりベアトリーチェ様はお父様の顧問弁護士、もしくは
No, she's the alchemist. She told you that.
ことじゃないのかしら。
Yes.
このような怪しげな文章を子供に託すような怪人物を信用することなどできません。
It's not like there's poison in the paper, just a piece of paper.
兄貴、腹を割ってもらうぜ。兄貴の知らない人物が親父の財産管理をしているようなことはあり得るのか。
いや、それはない。私は当主代行として親父殿のすべての財産を把握している。
You spill the beans, dude. You spill the beans, dude. You shouldn't have said that.
私に知られずにそれらを自由にできる人間はいないはずだ。
じゃあつまりクラウス兄さんの把握してい
And
ない
the music stopped in this exact moment.
No.
No, it was okay. It's okay. Never mind.
It was a coincidence.
It's
But
a
it was very
coincidence.
fitting.
Okay, but that was very good though.
バカな。そんなものあるわけがない。
What about the cold?
あるわよ。兄さんが把握していない。そんなものあるわけがありません。
いや、あるで。それがお父さんの、いや、ベアトリーチェの隠し黄金や。
話を整頓しよう。
Why is it muted? Whatever.
I think sometimes there are so many lines that it could be that the script skips one.
It could be.
It could be a bug, basically.
It could be,
そし
yeah.
てそいつはずっと黄金の番と運用を任されてきたわけだ。
Okay.
悪魔の契約まがいのルールで融資した
Again with this story again.
その腹心のベアトリーチェさんは自分の黄金を融資する相手として息子兄弟の誰がふさわしいか試したいということなのかしら。
Here's question was one of the oldest simply wanted answered. Upon reflection, they realized that Kinzo's strange epitaph had hung in the old beneath the witch portrait for quite some time. And while it had long been whispered that whoever solved the puzzle would receive everything, no one had ever clearly stated it. It was just something that everyone hoped might be true. And right here, right now, the thing they'd hoped for had been clearly stated in Beatrice's letter. It clearly specified that everything of the Yoshimiya family would be given to the one who found the gold.
黄金の隠し場所については、すでに金蔵様が私の肖像画の下に碑文にて公示されております。
Is she like hypnotized or something?
Nope.
条件
No?
は碑文を読むことができる
Not much
す
I
べ
can
て
say.
の公平に。黄
She
金を暴けたなら、
is
私
taking
は
this
すべ
very
てをお
seriously.
返しするで
I
しょう。
see. She's like acting then, okay.
それではどうか今宵を金蔵様との知恵比べにて存分にお楽しみくださいませ。
I would say, since she's Beatrice's messenger, she is Beatrice right now.
Oh, she's like, it's like she's controlled by Beatrice or something? Or like Beatrice is speaking through her? In a way?
I don't know. Or she's very much into the part.
Or maybe she's really into character, I don't know.
She might be really into
今宵
character.
が知的かつ優雅な夜になるよう心より
I mean, I don't see Maria saying all this complicated word on her own. She couldn't read like the epitaph, so whatever.
黄金のベアトリーチェ。
Ogo no Beatrice. Oh, of course, he went there immediately.
Sorry, can you go into the characters menu for a second, please? Because I think I heard a chime, but I'm not too sure.
Here?
Nope. Okay.
For who?
No.
Ah, I see there's a space
Okay.
here, so the Beatrice is gonna be here. I see. It's clear that there's a space there for a reason. Everything's filled up. The door to Kinzo's study was beaten violently, harshly beaten, against over and over again like a percussion instrument. The yells coming from the other side belonged to Kraus, Rudolf, and sometimes Eva. It was seemingly were trying to intrude upon Kinzo's study, questioning about the truth behind the mysterious letter. Kinzo was eating. An elegant tablecloth was set over the desk, and the fabulous dinner that at the door on the table down in dining hall was reproduced here. Kinzo continued his meal in silence, like he doesn't care about anything in the world. Shano, taking away an empty plate, looked uncomfortably between the door and being pondered and on Kinzo's face. He's thinking about his waifu. Leave him alone.
皆さんのお呼びですが、いかがいたしますか？
捨ておけ。神と我が晩餐は沈黙を尊ぶ。
God and my meals bought all silence as a virtue. Man, okay, next time anyone is gonna bother me, I'm gonna say this. I need to take a screenshot of this, okay?
Go.
黙らせますか。
必要ない。
He's smiling, like for real? This is happening? Oh my god.
我が耳には届いておらぬ。
Kinzo enjoyed his food, apparently indifferent. Genji quietly lowered his head and took a single step back. As he did, Kano, who stood in reserve like a shadow behind and to the side of Genji, opened his mouth.
マリア様がベアトリーチェ様より手紙を受け取られたとのことで、その真偽を確かめたいのでしょう。
Kinzo, they're like, I could not give less of a fuck. Say goodbye to the money, so long, bitches.
You have bothered me for too long.
あやつめ、早速始めおったか。さあ、ベアトリーチェ、かけるコインに不足はあるまい。存分に今宵を楽しもうではないか。負ける気はないぞ。お前の微笑みは永遠に私のものだ。
Told you, he's thinking about his waifu.
もう一度見られるなら、
Of course, he can't think about anything else.
我が命すらも惜しくはない。さて、ルーレットは回り始めた。ボールはどのポケットに落ちるのか。ノワールか、ルージュか、それとも親の総取りか。さあ始めるがいい。ベアトリーチェ。
He's saying this so calmly, I cannot even believe this.
私が再びお前に奇跡の力というものを見せてやる。
Oh, finish, end of the chapter. Blip, 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 blip. It's 10. Oh,
We
what was it?
could continue a little bit more if you want to.
Yes.
But of course, we're not going to get to the end of chapter.
Yes. Just one moment. I need to go to the bar. I'll be back.
Go, go, go. Go, go, go. I don't honestly remember the name of that soundtrack, so I am going to look it up. Just because I can, and I will. Because of course I have an Umineko playlist. So only Umineko soundtracks and only soundtracks that I really enjoy. I'm pretty sure that that one is in here. Let's see if I can spot the title without listening to me. He's now looking into a corner as if it's holding Beatrice's scream. Oh my god. I think this one is Fishy Aroma. I'm kind of sure. Let me see. Yeah, if ads allow me, of course. Beatrice, please allow me to listen to your soundtrack for a second. Okay, it is Fishy Aroma. I don't know the Japanese name. I
Hey,
don't know.
don't bite me.
What?
I read chat. No, you can buy the antenna. No, you cannot do that.
I was too distracted into looking for the name of the soundtrack, and I missed my chance.
Too late. Now I'm here.
So that soundtrack is called the Fishy Aroma.
Fishy aroma? Like smell of fish?
Yeah.
She missed the moment because of us. Yeah, I've been. It's not news. So yeah.
God damn it! I got distracted by soundtracks. That this is the bane of my life, getting distracted, sidetracked by soundtracks.
How to trap Offie? Put like a box with a stick on it, and put a nos under it, and then tie a rope on the stick, and just wait. Then wait.
Blast a soundtrack from any video game, and she's going to try and recognize.
Yeah, just wait for it to get in, and then pull as hard as you can. She's gonna be trapped in there. And the thing is, she's not even gonna try to escape because she's too focused on trying to wonder which soundtrack is that.
That's me. On us having a whole conversation on one single Omori soundtrack.
Not at all. Not at all.
Not at all.
Okay.
Want me to read for a while?
Sure. Go on.
The strange letter that the witch had entrusted to Maria wiped all memories of dinner from our minds. Maria was repeatedly barraged with questions by Aunt Rosa and the other parents.
Sorry, I was clicking, it wasn't working, I don't know why.
And became increasingly ill-tempered when they refused to believe her. If we kids tried to butt in, they'd probably ignore us. Our parents were all stirred up, firing back and forth about the gold and the distribution of the assets and completely forgetting that we were even there. I'd already guessed that they'd be talking like this in the shadows. But I hadn't thought they'd be so blunt. It gave all of us kids a considerable shock. From what we could overhear, all of the parents wanted some money as soon as possible. They wanted a lot of money, right?
Right now.
Right. Back and forth about grandfather's inheritance. Back and forth about the distribution of the gold if it was found. About advance payments and cash. It was so despicable I could hardly bear to watch, even though one of them was my father. It looked like Jessica felt the same way.
Man, I can't understand that.
We left our seats without being asked to, and went to hang out somewhere well away from our parents.
I think especially Butler, Jessica, and George, they are, yes, young, but old enough to understand what's going on. So, yeah, I could
I
understand.
think George already knows a bit more.
Probably knows
than,
a bit more than
Butler
the
and
other.
Jessica.
But still, the thing is, they are young, but old enough to understand the situation and to understand what they're talking about.
なるほどな。じいさまが飯の席にも顔を出したくない理由がよーくわかったよ。うちの親たちにはすっかり幻滅だぜ。金だの遺産だの。よくもまああそこまで大っぴらに。
俺の場合はクソ親父に幻滅しきってるからよ。これ以上評価の下がりようがないぜ。
Yeah, you seem that like
That's
it's a
not a
good
good
thing.
thing.
そんなの私だって同じだぜ。しかし、今夜のには呆れたぜ。心底呆れたぜ。
Jessica looked down at the floor, irritated. She was always talking about how bad their parents were, but maybe she hadn't really felt that way, that way deep before. Inside. Well,
Yeah, it was clear, don't worry.
Jessica shock made that clear.
未成年の君たちはご両親に養育してもらってるからわからないだろうけど、
Here we go, the perfect dude.
お金を得るというのは単純な綺麗事じゃないよ。未成年である今にそれを理解しろとは言わない。でもご両親なりに何かの努力をしていることだけは認めてあげてほしいな。
やれやれ。
To be honest, they're kind of assholes too, but whatever.
ジョージの兄貴は人間ができてるぜ。
ジョージ兄さんは社会人になってバリバリ働いてるけどよ。金とか財産とかそういう話になったら、うちの親父たちみたいに強欲むき出しのハゲタカになれるってのかよ。
Tell him.
自分だけの話だったらそんなことはしたくないよ。でも家族や社員、部下やその家族の生活を背負ったら戦わなければならない時もあるかもしれない。
But there's fight and fights, dude.
私はそんな戦い嫌だぜ。じいさまの遺産がどうのこうのなんて話、ヘドが出るぜ。
Jessica pretended to spit violently. That harsh reaction made the depths of her pain very clear.
もう この話はやめようぜ。じい様の隠し黄金がどうのこうの、財産だ遺産だって話は、親たちの問題で。
僕も同感だよ。せめて気を利かせて、親たちの話し合いを邪魔しないのが子供の務めだと思うね。
なんだか面白くねえぜ。
Everyone knows the phrase adults are filthy. But we had now seen that for ourselves, and that really did give us a considerable shock. George Aniki was now pretty much an adult, and had already been disillusioned with my dad, so the shock wasn't that big for us, but Jessica seemed to be taking it hard. Apparently, she'd received a bigger blow than I thought. She always talks badly about her parents, but it looks like she hadn't changed at all on the inside. Even now, she's still a pure-hearted, delicate person who can't doubt others. I'm sure she respected her parents as much as anyone else does. And then her parents started raging about, going, money, money, inheritance, inheritance, my money. Right in front of all of the other parents and the children.
Honestly,
it's no surprise she received such a shock.
Honestly, it's really like that. Money, money, and everything. Answer my money. It's really like that. You could summarize it like that, definitely.
Yes.
ジェシカちゃん、どうかお父さんとお母さんのことを嫌いにならないで。理解しろとまでは言わないから、せめてどうか嫌いにならないであげて。
Got yourself ice cream alert. Ooh, nice.
What kind of ice cream?
Yes, that you have to specify.
I want to know.
And also give us some.
Or eat it for us.
少し放っておいてくれよ。
6 years ago, I would have kept taunting Jessica even after she'd got all dejected. But I guess every year I've grown over the last 6 years.
Coffee, stracciatella, and cream. Ooh, sounds good.
Ooh.
Sounds good. And it's a way for me to get coffee flavor without having
Stomachache.
Stomachache, yeah. Because that's okay to eat for me. I don't know why, but that's okay. My stomach said, yeah, this is good.
Maybe there's not so much concentrated
it's probably because it's not as much and it doesn't do anything to me. But coffee, no. Okay.
I realized it'd be better to leave Jessica alone right now. Jessica suddenly looked away sulkily and left the parlor. She probably wanted to be alone for a while. I could do nothing but wordlessly watch her back as she left.
そういえば、マリアちゃんはどこに行ったんだろう。
You also have meat flavor with calamari and truffle. Sorry, you probably don't like truffles. Truffle ice cream? What?
Wait, truffles as in little chocolates? Or truffle as in truffle?
I don't think it's truffle as in truffle like
I
that.
know, but...
Because with ice cream, that could be a little bit strange. But whatever.
Oh, what the...
What?
Really?
In ice cream? Okay.
I've never heard of that.
Not me neither. Like, and I even like truffles, but like with the ice cream, truffle isn't truffle. Yep.
We're in disbelief right
So
now.
what the heck? It doesn't sound good in my on paper at least. Bo, yeah, that's the right answer. Bo.
Bo.
So whatever. I don't know. Oh, Maria disappeared again. That's great.
Yes.
多分まだ肖像画の前でいじけてるんだろうぜ。
What is good?
Maria truly looked up to witches, and she'd expected that coming in direct contact with Beatrice and receiving the letter as proof would surprise everyone and make them happy. However, the adults had doubted its authenticity, thoroughly bombarding Maria with questions and refusing to accept their story. Even for me, it wasn't hard to imagine how much that must have hurt Maria. We couldn't speak to Maria or Jessica. In the end, Georgianiki and I just abandoned ourselves to the sound of the falling rain in the dark night.
台風はどんな感じなんだろうね。ニュースをやってないかな。
Yeah, change argument.
Georgianiki started walking over to the corner of the parlor where the television was. He hadn't called me over, and I really couldn't have cared less where the typhoon was on the sea right now. So without going over to the television, I loitered around the window.
そんなに風は出てなさそうだけど、海の上はひどいのかしらね。
Oh, it's the clock in the game. I was like, what the heck is that? Okay. I was like, what's this sound? And it's so regular. What the heck? I thought it was actually in my room.
天気予報では暴風警報も聞いてたんだけど。
キリエさんか。大人たちの積もる話はどんな感じなんすか？
Yeah, very smoothly.
She seemed to catch the sarcasm. Kire-san shrugged.
この胃の痛くなる話は徹夜で続くのかしら。嫌になるわ。
まあ、せいぜいよろしく。じい様の財産分配について、最低の気分だぜ。
それに関しては同感よ。バトラ君みたいに席が外せるなら、私もそうしたいわ。でもそうもいかない。たとえ発言権がなくてもね。パートナーも大変よ。
Kirie-san took a deep breath, smiling bitterly. That's right. They probably wouldn't let Kirie-san speak, since she was only married into the family. Still, as Dad's partner, she's had no choice but to stay by his side and support him. She's probably had to bear the full brunt of this mental pressure much more than me.
It's burnt, though, not burnt.
Brunt. Yep. Burnt.
Because
yeah, they're burning out, but...
Yeah, but yeah, that wouldn't make much sense here.
I wasn't going to apologize, but realizing that I'd spoken too harshly, I cut the sarcasm for the time being.
どんな感じなんすか？相変わらず謎の魔女ベアトリーチェの話題で持ちきりですか？
まあね。あの人たちは、おじい様が亡くなった時の遺産分配について、兄弟4人で話をまとめようと、ずっと密約を重ねてきた。
Yeah, that we noticed.
そこへ未知の5人目が現れて、話をややこしくしようっていうんだから、穏便な話のわけもないわ。互いを罵り合ったり、かと思えば共闘しようってことになったり。夏日姉さんでなくても頭痛がしてくるところよ。
On the one hand, they all want a larger portion than the other siblings, so they're all rivals. But on the other hand, they don't want 1 yen to be snatched up by anyone other than the siblings, so they're also all allies. I hadn't been told the details, but the siblings were apparently discussing how to protect their shares under various situations. Setting up ceasefire agreements and rules to prevent anyone from getting an unfair advantage, even preparing to resort to legal action if absolutely necessary. That they would go this far to preserve their shares was so beyond disgusting that you just had to acknowledge their resilience.
Oh, good night, Mikhail. Bye-bye. See you soon.
Bye.
ってことは、さしずめ。ベアトリーチェはじい様からの資格ってとこですかね。
Oh.
自分抜きで遺産の分配なんて話を勝手に進めてた息子たちに。
No, it literally doesn't
一
care.
は吹かせたかったんだろうぜ。
It literally couldn't care less about you. The whole premise of the family is sad?
Yes.
Yes.
何者かしらね。 ベアトリーチェって。自称してることが全て本当なら、今日まで誰にも知られずにいた謎の人物で、しかもおじい様の隠し黄金の存在を知って、その上当主の指輪まで委ねられている。相当に信頼された人物ね。
さすがにほうきにまたがった魔女だとは思わないっすけど、でも魔女と呼ぶに値する怪人物であることは間違いないっすね。
マリアちゃんがそのあたりのことを詳しく話してくれればいいのだけど。
I was thinking about money. I was thinking about to get more from others instead of helping each other. Yep, it is literally like that. I would
Everything is
honestly prefer
based
to
on
be
gold.
broke.
Even
Yes.
the person who started this family placed everything on gold. His whole life, his whole premises, his own future, everything was bet on gold.
Yeah, I bet
basically.
everything on that, so it's like that. But it's not clear yet, but I don't think at least at that moment he was thinking about this situation right now. I don't know.
No, I don't think so.
みんな小さい子にがっつきすぎだわ。すっかり怯えてしまって、聞けるものも聞けなくなってしまった。あの人たち、北風と太陽とか読んだことないのかしら。
The North Wind and the Sun? Still the president, yes. Did we heard about this? Is a book?
I know about this for something else,
Oh,
but I'm
okay.
not going to say. And I
確かなの
forgot
は
it was mentioned
マリア
here.
がベアトリーチェと名乗る人物から手紙を受け取ったこと。自分で現れて直接話せばいいものも、手紙を託して今もどこかに身を潜めている。
ねえバトラ君、ベアトリーチェなんて人物が本当にいると思う？
さあ、あくまでも偽名じゃないっすかね。じい様の代理人としてその妄想の中の魔女の名を名乗ることを許されたとか。
そうじゃなくて、今この六軒島には全部で18人いるの。19人目が存在すると思う？
Sorry.
It's your turn.
I got distracted.
That's okay, don't worry.
Are there really a full 18 people on this island right now? Wondering about that, I began counting on my fingers, and it really did come out to that many.
19人目が存在すると思うって、どういう意味ですか？
言葉通りの意味よ。マリアちゃんに傘を貸した人物は私たち18人の中にはいないらしい。なら19人目がいて、その人物がマリアちゃんに傘を貸したと思うのが妥当じゃない？
Okay, this thing is very unsettling because the boo in the pass from one ear to another. It's in 3D sound and it's unsettling. It's probably on purpose, but still.
How are you enjoying Umineko's
そうなり
soundtrack?
ますね。
A lot, actually. See, now it's on my left here. Before it was on the right. And it goes from here to there because I'm wearing headphones. That's why I hear very clearly on the side. I hear the side very
No,
clearly.
it's the same.
And it goes from left to right very slowly, so you don't really notice until it's all the way over there.
ならその人物は今どこにいるの？少なくとも雨が降り出した瞬間には島にいた。
Now it's on the right, for example.
そしてその後はどんどん天気は悪化して、とても船なんか出せない状態。となれば、その人物はまだ島の中にいて、 どこかで雨宿りをしていなくて
She
は
has always been here.
私たち誰の目にも触れずね。
確かに。俺たちは屋敷やゲストハウスの中を勝手にうろつき回ってましたが、誰も19人目なんかには会ってないわけですよね。
I mean, if she's the witch of the wood, the forest over there, however it was called, she must have lived in the forest.
Could be.
でもまあ、これだけの広さのある島ですし、屋敷やゲストハウス以外に雨宿りできるところだってあるのかも。
At about this time, I began to realize what direction Kiryu-san's suspicions were taking us in. Kiryu-san was denying that a 19th person existed. Beatrice was one of us 18. In other words, she thought someone we knew well was tricking us.
ベアトリーチェが自称する通りなら、その人物は間違いなく最高の賓客よ。おじい様が信頼する最高の腹心。そんな人物をおじい様が歓待しないわけがない。
I mean, yeah, it would if he knew where she was.
Exactly.
お屋敷に迎え入れないわけはないのよ。でも、私たちは誰も見ていない。
待ってくださいよ。それはちょいと請求な推理じゃないですか。確かに誰の目にも触れてはいないけれど、だからって19人目を否定することにはならないんじゃない。何かの理由があってこっそり上陸してずっと隠れているのかも。
Yes.
悪魔の証明ってやつっすよ。いることを証明するのはたやすい。ベアトリーチェってやつが俺たちの前に現れて挨拶すりゃ。
Wait, I feel it's gonna happen very soon, this thing.
でも
Maybe not,
19
I
人
don't
目が
know.
いないことを証明するのは不可能っすよ。
バトラ君の推理の仕方は悪くないわ。現在の状況では19人目の存在を認めるにも否定するにも情報が足りない。でもね、チェス盤をひっくり返して考えると、ほぼ19人目はありえないって断言できちゃうのよ。
Not me fangirling on a single sentence.
Can deny this, don't Okay, not really understand it, but whatever.
Spin the chessboard around was one of Kiryu's favorite phrases. I've been influenced by those words and used them myself from time to time. When you get stuck trying to find a move in chess or shogi, then by spinning the board around and looking at everything from your opponent's standpoint, you can often see a strategy that will give you the upper hand. It means turning things around and putting yourself in your opponent's shoes.
Okay.
いい？
There's no opponent in this case, though.
仮に19人目の人物としてベアトリーチェが実在したとして、その人物は誰にも知られることなくこっそりとこの島に上陸し、何かの理由があってね。ならどうしてわざわざ姿を現して
Yeah, I was noticing that too. I was noticing that too, that this profile is beautiful.
It really was a contradiction. If they had some reason for hiding themselves, then they should have stayed hidden the whole time. Like But even so, they had appeared openly in front of Maria.
それはほらマリアも言ってた。メッセンジャーにされたって言ってたじゃないですか。マリアが一番年下で素直そうだったからじゃ。
メッセンジャーなんて必要なの？手紙を親族会議の席上に送りたかったら郵送すればいいだけの話よ。
Yeah, but where's the theatric? Where's the theatric in that? I mean, that's boring.
Exactly.
4人の兄弟全員に郵送すれば黙殺することもできない。
I mean, by the writing, she doesn't look boring at all, also. The way she writes, at least.
手紙を持参してこっそり手渡す理由がないのよ。
確かに。なんだかおかしな話っすね。
そもそもベアトリーチェが存在していて、その存在をアピールしたいなら、みんなの前に堂々なのに現れず、マリアちゃんという小さな子を通しておぼろげな輪郭だけでその存在を主張しようとする曖昧さ、矛盾。もっと考えて。マリアちゃんの前に姿を現し、19人目の存在を印象づけるという点と、にもかかわらず、今この瞬間も私たちの前に姿を現さず隠れ続けている。
Okay, still, you have to think that, okay, Maria is Maria and whatever, but she really believed it was Beatrice. And unless it's a very, very foolproof cosplay, that I mean, it could be. She's like the Beatrice's fangirl #1, so I mean, she would have noticed it if it was a costume or something. I don't know. Unless it was Nanjo in a costume, so it could be, maybe.
Nanjo Tranger.
At this point.
これらの矛盾。これを念頭に置いた上でチェス盤をひっくり返すの。つまり19人目の人物としてベアトリーチェがいると印象づけたい人物の目論見は何
To
か
get the money, the gold thingy.
姿を隠したい人物なら、その存在をアピールするわけがない。そして、姿を現したい人物なら、手紙を託すなんて遠回しをするわけがない。ってことは、
簡単よ。ベアトリーチェは18人の中にいるのよ。だからこそ18人以外の人物が存在するような幻想を作り出しているのよ。これ見よがしな19人目のアピール。それで得をするのは姿を潜めた19人目じゃない。すでにいる18人の方なのよ。もちろんこの推理は穴だらけ。いくつかの前提がひっくり返るだけですぐに崩れる脆いものだ。
Yeah, that's the thing. That doesn't convince me, but okay.
私はほぼ間違いないと見てるわ。
This is starting to feel pretty creepy. Yeah, I would say so. Someone lent Maria the umbrella and handed her the letter. Supposedly, none of the 18 did this. And yet, Beatrice was hidden among these 18. What was this person planning, hiding the true form and pretending to be Beatrice?
マリアちゃんの自作自演も疑ったんだけど、文章の内容が非常に手が込んでて。
Yeah, that's what I was thinking earlier, okay?
でも、マリアちゃんが何者かと共謀している可能性も否定できないわ。
Still, she's 9 though. I mean, if it really was like that, probably would have slept somehow on her.
おいおい、マリアは9歳のお子様だぜ。
Yeah, exactly.
誰と何を共謀するってんだよ。しかも、愚直で真面目で。
Oh, her mother?
あの
I
性
don't
分だ
know.
ぜ。
ええ。私もマリアちゃんの性分はよく理解しているわ。でも、だからこそあり得ると思うの。魔女に憧れ、その存在を盲信している夢見がちな少女。そこに、ベアトリーチェと名乗る人物が現れて、魔女だと名乗ったら。
つまり、あの肖像画のごついドレスを着て変装すれば、マリアを騙すことは難しくないと。
その論法になっちゃうと、私たち女性陣はみんな疑われちゃうことになるんだけどね。とにかく、マリアちゃんが何者に出会ったのか、それの詳細を聞くことが、この謎を解く一番にして最も身近な鍵なのよ。しかしその鍵は、少女の心の奥に、堅くなに閉ざされてしまったわ。みんなが頭ごなしに魔女の存在を否定し、一体その人物は誰なのかと問い詰めすぎた。
I mean, it's none of the kids because they were with Butler, and Butler was there with them.
Yes.
Her mother was sleeping, and we know. It's following her reasoning, I mean, of course.
Yes.
Well, it's definitely not Kinzo. Let me see all the people. Definitely not Kinzo. I don't think any of these people. Also, at this point, we know that she's real. Now to think about it, because the servants were talking about her like, "Hey, so she's back." It's like the premises was that she's real. So, but they don't know, so it makes sense they make it this thing.
マリアちゃんは当分大人には心を開かないでしょうね。
In the dim hall, in front of the portrait of Beatrice, Maria was sobbing.
誰もね、マリアがベアトリーチェに会ったベアトリーチェとくれた手紙も見せたのに、それでも信じてくれないの。
とにかく鍵はマリアちゃんが握ってるわ。
Honestly, at that moment, I was expecting Beatrice to appear in front of Maria again, but whatever.
Same.
I was like holding my breath for that, but nothing happened. Okay.
ベアトリーチェが18人の中にいるのか、19人目なのか、それを知る鍵をね。
マリアは頑固だぜ。あいつ、へそを曲げるとなかなか機嫌を直さないからな。
大人の私より子供のバトラ君の方が機嫌を直せる確率は高そうよ。彼女の機嫌が直ったら聞いてみて。遺産分配がどうのこうのって話には関心ないけど。こんな王道洋館ミステリーみたいなシチュエーションにはワクワクしちゃわない？マリアちゃんに手紙を渡した人物は一体誰なのか。知的好奇心がうずくわ。
うんざりするような金の話に付き合わされてもワクワクとは、実にタフなことだぜ。大人はすげえや。
I shrugged exasperately. Well, okay,
Exasperately.
Exasperately. My gosh. But I did notice something.
No, I read it already, and I was also curious how to pronounce that.
Ah. Okay, but okay. Kirie noticed how dejected I was after overhearing our parents' turbulent discussion. I was probably trying to clear the air. At the very least, I'd recovered enough to voice my complaints. She wasn't my real mother, so I've never felt like calling her mama. But it did make me think she's a real adult.
おうガキども、ここにいたのか。キリエも長え化粧直しじゃねえか。俺も次からは化粧をしてくることにするぜ。
Yes, sure.
ごめんなさい。女の化粧は長いのよ。どう？兄弟水入らずの話し合いは。
さぞや和気あいあいとしてるだろうよ。
Kiri-san poked the weak spot under my arm with her elbow.
Oh.
一度頭を冷やそうってことで小休止さ。こりゃ夜通しになりそうだぜ。泣けてくれ。
His way of talking hadn't changed, but he couldn't completely hide his fatigue. I couldn't say I was sympathetic, but it looked pitiful compared to his normal energetic self.
しかしひでえ雨だな。ゲストハウスに戻るのも嫌になるぜ。夏日姉さんが屋敷で泊まれるよう準備してくれたらしい。どうする
？3階になった時に考えてもいいんじゃ。部屋に戻る体力もなくなってたら、その時はお世話になりましょうよ。
そうだな。その時に考えりゃいいか。バトラーはどうする？俺がいちゃお邪魔だろうからよ。気使って向こうに戻るぜ。
Oh, so it's going back to the guest house even if it's raining?
Yes.
Okay.
すぐ戻るのか？さあな。一人で戻ったって寂しいしよ。子供全員で揃って帰ることにするぜ。そうだな。そうするといい。それで、バトラー、お前、今夜はそうは簡単には寝ないだろ 多分いとこたちとおしゃべりしてるだろう。夜更かししそうな気配はあるぜ。それがどうかしたのかよ。
そうか。もし大人たちの会議が終わってお前がまだ起きてたらちょいとか。
なんだよ、柄にもねえな。
Yeah, okay, it's kind of strange, this one, of course.
Apparently, Kirie-san was thinking the same thing. What are you talking about? She asked him in a small voice. It looked like Kirie-san didn't have a clue what that meant either.
キリエにも聞いてもらいたい話だ。後で話すから今は聞くな。頼む。
I don't know anyone who neglects the concept of family as much as this old bastard. And now he's saying we're gonna have a talk as family. Both Kirie-san and I couldn't help but get wide-eyed.
そうビビった顔すんなよ。ビビりてえのは俺の方なんだ。何しろ。
At that point, he swallowed his words for an instant. Even though putting on airs of importance wasn't much like my dad.
気持ち悪いぜ親父。今家族は全員揃ってるじゃねえかよ。もったいぶらずに言えよ。
俺は多分今夜殺されるだろう。
What? Of course, the thunder right now.
Crash of thunder. You must have been really
Bye,
close.
Asa. Thank you for passing by.
Oh, bye bye.
Good night.
That expression, brightly illuminated by the lightning, was burned into my eyes. That face, which always looked so sure of itself, which always wore a taunting expression, was strangely frail in a way I couldn't really explain.
How is he so sure it would get killed like that?
It was so worn out that it looked like a different person.
は何言ってんだよ、柄でもね。
同感よ。どうしたの？急に弱気ね。あなたらしくもない。
俺も化粧直しに行ってくる。ついてくんなよ。
Okay, you cannot drop that and then leave.
That turned away weakly. After that, only Kirie and I were left, still wide-eyed.
なんだってんだ、今夜殺される？まさかあの妙な手紙のせいで親父ビビっちまった。連続殺人者の映画の見過ぎだぜ。
Kirie-san didn't answer my light-hearted words and continued to stare at my dad's disappearing back.
バトラ君はルドルフさんに今話せと言ったら話さず立ち去った。みんなに話すことがあると言い出しながら答えなかった。どうして？チェス盤をひっくり返す。すると
話すと言っておきながら話せない矛盾。なんすかね。親父側から見ると何か見えて
ええ、見えるわよ。話したいことがある。でも自分から言い出す勇気がない。だから追ってきて俺に話しかけて聞き出してくれが正解。
Okay.
ついてくるなも逆の意味よ。ついてきて俺を問い詰めてくれが正解。まったく甘えん坊さんね。
いや、そういう推理でいいんすか？
Yeah, that's like reverse psychology more than reasoning, but okay.
そんなめちゃくちゃな。
名探偵や名刑事が男女の気持ちや心を推理できる？できないでしょ？異性の気持ちを探るのは何次元のトリックを暴くよりはるかに高度な技術なのよ。
Okay.
私に言わせれば名作推理小説より恋愛小説の方がよっぽど難解なミステリーなんだから。
そういうもんすかね。
私はあの甘えん坊さんと一緒にいるわ。普段は虚勢を張ってるけど今夜はかなりの激論で疲れ切ってる。誰かに寄りかかりたい気持ちなんでしょう。それに応えるのがパートナーの役目よ。
はあ、 そりゃあお熱いこと。じゃあ、うちのクソ親父の世話をよろしく頼みますよ。
ええ、任せておいて。
I called out to Kiryu-san's departing back.
え、何？
いや、おかげで陰鬱な気分がだいぶ晴れたぜ。
ならよかった。コミュニケーションは大事ね。
After answering with a wink, Kiryu-san followed after Dad. I think we can stop here.
Okay.
I think I know what's this scene, but I'm not too sure. I'm not sure enough.
Okay. Okay, the thing is, they're teasing Beatrice so much. I was expecting to see her right now, especially after the letter. But didn't happen. They're teasing her so much. So much.
There's going to be plenty of occasions for that.
Yeah, no, it's the thing is, because they're building up in a very good way, because you really want to see her at this point, because at this point you even know that she's real, because the servants were saying, oh yeah, so she's back and whatever, so she's really real, so you really want to see her at this point, and that letter and other stuff.
Understandable.
Okay. Anything else to say?
Nope.
Nope. Okay.
For now, I think you're fine.
Okay.
Wait, I am going to say, but I say this every single time. The more I read this chapter again, and the more I'm like, fuck me.
It's because you know stuff and you're noticing other things?
Yes.
Okay.
And I understand how somehow this first chapter can be solved, but I only see this because I know everything else.
Yeah, okay.
It's so hard.
It's very hard
It's so hard. Yes.
The only strange thing that I'm questioning right now was Maria reading that letter in that way, because it was strange for her to read something so complicated when she like could barely read the epitaph. So there must be something going on over there, because
Can I like throw a random?
could it be that she's acting all the time?
It could be. Or
Unless
we never see the letter. How about there's a furigana over the kanji? All over the letter.
Furigana?
You know, I think it's called furigana. You know, like in let's say anime openings, there are kanji at the bottom and a little hiragana on top so that you can read it.
Okay, yeah. Still,
If there's something like that, it could be done.
Still, though, the way she was reading it was completely different than the way she talks normally.
Yeah, understandable.
That was kind of strange. So even her voice was different. Almost that the voice looked like of another person. So I don't know. Kind of strange, if you ask me.
Yes, it was
But
strange.
I don't know. Could it be that she's like acting all the time? Like pretending to be the way she is, and in reality she's not. But why doing that? She's 9.
The slapping slapped a bit too hard.
Yeah, I mean, what the heck? Also, if it's not like that, Maybe it's like the witch doing, Beatrice is doing things like magic. I don't know.
Who knows?
Oh well, I guess we'll see. Like yourself, as you always.
Actually, I don't have anything to plug this week because I have a lot of things going on.
Oh,
so I'm going to take this week as to chill a
okay.
second.
Okay. Makes sense.
But I'm going to be back next week with Omori and Opus. The
Second game?
The Day We Found Earth. No, still the first one because there's so much.
Oh, because there's
secondary
extras.
content.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
so many of those. So I thought, okay, I just want to explore a little bit more.
That's a great
So
game,
I can cry
actually.
again.
That's a great game, actually. It was very short, very simple, but you have to consider it's a phone game because it was on smartphone at the beginning, only smartphone. But great, honestly, and even pretty old
No,
smartphones if you have to be fair.
Ah, understandable. No, games like that are proof that you don't need anything complicated to
No, it's very
write a
simple.
good story.
Very simple.
That's a very
It's just
simple-
writing in that basically.
Yeah.
Yes, you have to
Writing
find the
and,
planet, but it's like a very simple mechanic.
Yeah. And I'm going to say, just like Umineko, without a good soundtrack, these kind of stories would be half as interesting.
Yes.
Or half as impactful. Music
Um,
is
in
extremely important on that one.
game, as simple as this one, where the writing is like the majority of the thing, you have to impact. You cannot impact like with graphics and other things. You have to make your impact in a different way. So you need good writing, and a good music really help a lot.
Agreed.
Okay, next stream is gonna be Wednesday, and I don't remember what we were playing. Let me check. I don't remember at all. What the heck? Undertale. Yes, okay. Yes, I'm starting Undertale again because of Deltarune hype, yes. And also the plan is play Undertale and then restart Deltarune after that, because they're not as long. They're not very long games, so it can be done.
Understandable.
Also, I'm playing Genocide because I already played the normal one and I never finished Genocide route. So
You got this.
yeah, Santa's gonna kill me so many times, but for that, oh whatever. Okay, people, thank you for being here. Have a good night. Bye bye.